Hi Stampers! Happy Friday! So I've got a bit of a haul to share with you and then some fun with a new product that I received. And ta-da! I've got my tie-dye t-shirt that I got. Hey Catherine at Seaside, which is up the coast from us. I have that on today because it kind of goes along with, it was just a coinky dink really. It kind of goes along with what I will be playing with after I show you my new goodies. Okay, so let me just get this brought up on my iPad. And there it is. Make sure I have the sound turned off. And there's Catherine and Kathy. Happy birthday, Kathy! Okay, so let me flip this around and we will get going. Okay. That's shiny, but I'm going to have some stuff in the way. I just don't want it to be blurry. Let me bring in the box. A box. Okay. There we go. And as usual, as soon as I get going here, Todd decides to be naughty because it's an attention thing. Okay, you guys get in your beds and lay down and be good kids. Not that they're really kids, they're dogs, but you know, they're my little kids. Okay, so I'm going to start with this goodie. Maybe I should just move the box and bring this stuff over. That'll be easier, and I will set this aside so things won't get blurry, hopefully. Okay. So this is that new goodie, and let me find the business card. Here it is. There's the business card, Crafters Solutions. It is an Etsy shop. So there's the information. And it's a holder for my ATG. It comes in all sorts of colors. I haven't even tried it out. Oh, okay, so that's how it goes. Just easy, so it can be setting up here and easy to grab. I think turquoise is the color. I mean, it looks like turquoise, so I'm pretty sure that's the color I chose. So there you go. Now I'm sorry that it's looking like things are blurry. I'm not sure why that is. I wiped off the lens, so maybe it's just the glare. Okay, so that was that. Again, Crafters Solution on Etsy, and they have some other holders for glue and like your scissors and things like that. So check them out. And just getting stuff out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna save paper pumpkin. So I'm just gonna grab out of the box and bring this stuff in. So I got Cuckoo for You. This is one of the sets that was on my list as soon as I saw it in the new catalog. You can bundle it with the stamps and die, or with the dies. I like this for a number of reasons because, well, for one, I love cuckoo clocks, and it makes an interactive goodie. I also loved it for the cute little stamps that are in here besides the cuckoo clock. I think you could make this be a Christmas card. You can make it be whatever kind of card you want. I just think it's stinking adorable. So you could use it for Easter also. You can make fall cards with it. You can do all kinds of things. This is a photopolymer set, and there's 17 stamps in there. Now the dies, let me open this. You can see the other set, one of the other ones I got there. Okay, how come I can't get this out of the paper? There we go. Probably didn't have a hold of it. It's packaged well. There we go. I want to show you the dies because there's some little goodies in here. This is what makes the card, there's a little pull lever on it and makes the card interactive, so the little door opens for the Tweety bird that comes out of the, you know, that's in the thing, in the cuckoo clock. And you can go on, I think it's YouTube, and get the directions of how to put this together. So I was looking to see if there was anything in here. I'll have to find that for you. I know it's probably right on Stampin' Up's YouTube page, and yeah, there's a video that shows how to go about putting that card together. So, but even without making it interactive, it's darn cute. You wouldn't have to make it interactive, but that's kind of the fun part. And I love this, that you can make that. I think that's part of it too, that you can make that dangly, and very cute, very cute. And then I had to have the little piggy to go with the cow set. I know this isn't new to the catalog this year, and you've probably seen this set, but I don't know why I haven't gotten it before now, because I've loved it ever since I saw it. And so yeah, this is a red rubber set, stinking cute, and it goes so well with the new cow set that's in the catalog this year. Then I got the birthday goodies. Look how cute this is. So you've got like a cake made out of donuts, and then you've got this gorgeous tower with, what do you call those cookies? I can never remember the name of them. This is also a red rubber set. It's got some really cute birthday sayings with it. And I love the flowers on here. I mean, if you did this in pastel colors, it would be so gorgeous. Who knows what those cookies are called? Somebody tell me. I can't remember. I had some of these at one of the hotels we stayed at in, or not hotel, but casinos that we stayed at in Vegas. They had those. I can't ever think of what they're called. Okay. Two new things that are in the catalog this year, and they are embossing powders. What's new about that? Well, these are shimmer. This one's shimmer black. Look at all the sparkle in there. Isn't that gorgeous? Macaroons, thank you. Yes, macaroons. I think some people call them macarons. I've always called them macaroons. And shimmer white. How gorgeous would that be on holiday cards or wedding cards, bridal shower cards? So, so pretty. Shimmer white and shimmer black. Had to have that. Okay, what else? Oh, I got two more of the Stampin' Blends. This is the dark and light shaded spruce colors. And let me show you, I outgrew the other container that I had bought to put my Stampin' Blends in. Now, I know you can get fancy holders. Like I've got a holder, desktop holder over here for my Spectrum Noirs. You can get fancy ones for your Copics or whatever. I kind of just wanted to have mine in a box. And right now they're looking all pretty because I put them in there with their color sets. They won't stay this way, I can guarantee you that. But this way I can pick them up. I can tie something around it since this doesn't have a locking latch on this lid. But I love the fact that it's like crystal clear. I can see all the colors in there, so I can see where to grab. And like I said, I can tie something around this or put a rubber band on it if I want to pick these up and take them with me. So I wanted it to be portable. And I got this at Bed Bath & Beyond in the bath section. Not the Beyond section, but the bath section. So, yeah, this comedian one time did this joke, stand-up joke. I thought it was hysterical at the time. And he said he worked at Bed Bath & Beyond. And hey, Chrissy, and he talks with this real monotone voice. And he says, I work at Bed Bath & Beyond. I work in the Beyond department. Anyway, so this is in the bath section, and they fit. I measured the markers, so I knew it had to be, you know, hold 6 inches wide, and these fit just perfect with just a little bit of room to spare. So those are going to go in there, and so I wanted to show you that. And then I got a couple new packs of cardstock. I got the Granny Apple Green. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just such a pretty color, especially like for summertime. And then I had to get Balmy Blue because this is one of my favorite blue colors. So I got those. And then one more goodie, which is what I'm going to be playing with. And that is the new Pigment Sprinkles that are in the catalog this year. So I think they had some before. I never got those, but I love playing with this kind of stuff, like mixed media. And so I decided to get these. They come in these cute little jars, and it shows you the color on top. When you take the lid off, there's another little lid that opens up, and there's 3 little holes, if you can see those, like a little salt or pepper shaker to shake the powders out. Now, these are called pigment powders, and they are very pigmented. I know that's not a word, but maybe it is, who knows. They are called watercolor crystals, and if you go on YouTube, you will find a number of different videos showing you ways to use these, but I thought it'd be fun if we kind of experimented with these today. So that's what I am going to do. And then I will put together a card at the end to show you. So Chrissy, are you guys in California? I saw some photos. So I've got some watercolor paper here from my stash. This is not what's in the catalog. It's a very lightweight. This just came in a tablet. I've had it for a long time, and I don't like the color of it. I would prefer that it would be bright white, like you can see up next to our white cardstock, the color of it. But since we're going to be putting all this color on it, you're not going to see that. This to me looks like eggshell kind of a color. So yeah. So I think what I am going to do here is I've got a little bit of two-way glue, and I was going to grab some painter's tape from out in the garage, but I didn't get that done. So I'm just going to, some of these have like a more rough side and a smoother side. I'm going to put a little bit of that on the back and let it dry real quick, because I don't want these, if possible, to fold, curl up while we are while I'm working on them. And I don't know if this is going to work with this glue. When you put it on and let it dry, it makes it like post-it note adhesive. So I've got 4 pieces here. I don't know if I'm going to use them all, but I'm just going to put that on there and let that dry for a few seconds before we get going here. And then we will start to play. I'm going to bring back my craft sheet in here. And let's see if this sticks at all. Don't know if it will. Kind of doesn't feel like it because this is such a slick surface. It might a little bit, we'll see. So there's different ways you can use these. You can put them on dry and then spritz. So let's try that first. What colors? Let's just start with yellow. And a little bit, I'm probably putting way too much on here. A little goes a long way. And I've got water in a spritzer. And you kind of, when you put them on dry, you kind of want to spritz from up higher, because if you spritz right down low, it's going to blow that powder around. So the more water, the more it feathers out. Let's do a little orange. And I think I'll hold off spritzing since this was going to be our dry attempt. Green. This is Granny Apple Green. Mango Melody was the second one I put on, and Daffodil Delight was the yellow. Okay. What other color? Ooh, I'm seeing some turquoise coming out in there. I don't really want to do purple on this one, I don't think, because we've got so much yellow. I don't want brown in there. How about if we do just a little bit, little. This is Melon Mambo. Ooh. Just doing a little bit of sprinkles of this. Fun. Okay, I'm going to leave it, for this one I'm going to leave it at that. Now let's make the fun happen. Wow. Okay, that is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Ooh, look at the swirling around. So, so pretty. Okay, now keep in mind, it's so intense and gorgeous right there, but as it dries, it is, ooh, I love that right there. It's going to become more muted and softer. So I'm going to put my heat tool on. If you want to turn your sound down, if it bothers you, go ahead. There's a lot of water on there, so I might have to take my paper towel and just kind of sop some of that up. I'm just going to lay it over the top and kind of let it absorb. Otherwise, we'll be here all day waiting for this to dry. I don't think you want to wear anything white while you are playing with this stuff. Okay, now let's work on drying it. I love that. If your paper starts to curl, you can flip it over and dry from the back side. Now it'll help flatten it back out. Okay, so there you can see how I used, so we used 4 colors, right? Granny Apple Green, Mango Melody, the Daffodil Delight, and Melon Mambo. And I can't remember if we put, I don't think we put any of the turquoise in there. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, and it's really pretty dry. And look at my fingers. I'll get a baby wipe and wipe my fingers off so we can move on to the next one. I already had, I guess I finally got it off. I had went out and deadheaded my petunias that are hanging around out there, and some of them are purple, so I had some really purpley stained skin after doing that. Okay. I think I'm only going to do 3, and then I will be putting a card together with the last one. All right, so here is another one. It doesn't really stick very good, but okay, this time I'm going to wet the paper first. Looks like I picked up one little color there. So I'm going to do Melon Mambo. Whee! Looks like we need just a little more water up here. Oh, you can kind of see some of the other colors that come out because these are kind of a mixture. Oh, that's so pretty. A mixture. I want to put some of the gorgeous grape in here before we get too crazy. We haven't used this one yet. I want to make sure I get those little tabs closed because living on the coast, oh, look at that. I don't want a bunch of moisture getting in these and making them get all caked up. I love that. Okay, I think I want to put just a little more water on. Oh my goodness. Okay, and this is Bermuda Bay. Oh my, isn't this fun? Love it. Oh, that's so pretty. Now I think I just want to let that dry. I'm not going to bring my heat tool in. I'm not going to sop up any of the water on it because that is just way too gorgeous as it is. And I will let that dry, and then if I can get it off of there without it all running together, because I still need to use this. Let me see if I have a piece of there we go. Anyway, I'm going to let that dry, and then the next time I am on next week, I'll bring it back out and show you, or maybe I'll take a picture of it and post it on my page. That's even better. So once that's dry, I'll take a picture of it and post it on my page. I think the only thing I am going to sop up is this really pulled up part right here. There we go. All right, now I'm going to set this over on my little trash can. Oh, I forgot to do the paper pumpkin. It's sitting right here and reminded me. I am really going to have some colorful hands when I'm done. That's okay. So I hadn't really seen much about this month's paper pumpkin, so I couldn't wait to get it. I haven't signed up for the month-to-month subscription of it yet. I kind of wanted to start a group. Hey Donna, that's okay. Hey Rosie. So this is the first piece I made. The first thing I did was go through my haul. So if you missed that, you can go back and watch the replay. And I'm playing with the watercolor crystals, Pigment Sprinkles. And that was the first piece I made. And then I just did another one that I don't really want to move again because I'm going to let it dry the way it is. And then I will post a picture of it once it's dry. But I missed out. I missed showing you. I wanted to unbox the July paper pumpkin real quick because I hadn't seen it. Now it coordinates with the Sailing Away, I think that's what it's called, set, and some others that are already in the catalog. So you can, this is how it comes. So paper pumpkin, it can be how you want it to be. If you want it to be a monthly subscription, you can sign up for however many months you want that to happen. You can buy just a la carte like I did for this time, and you just get this one. So it kind of just is what you want it to be. So this is explaining how this set coordinates with the Come Sail Away suite, the Garden Lane suite, and the Woven Thread suite that are in the annual catalog. So what you get in here is this stamp set. Look at my hands. Okay, let's see, there we go. So you get this stamp set. It's got a seashell and kind of a medallion, and then some greetings there. Hello friend, you've been on my mind. You are the best, and happy birthday. So you get that stamp set. You get a really nice clear block. I like the size of it. It's got rounded corners and it's thin. You get a pretty peacock, which is this color, Stampin' Spot. So you get your ink. You pretty much get what you need to make what the kit is inside. Now, this month they're cards. They're not always cards. But you get everything to make these cards. So you get the envelopes, you get, I don't know if the envelopes come with those papers inside or if you put them inside. As you can see here, you get twine, you get sequins, looks like there's stickers. So you get everything to make those cards. Then if you want to step these up and you have coordinating sets that go with them or other papers, you can step them up to your heart's content and make them however you want to make them. Or if you don't want to make these cards, you can still use all the parts and pieces in there and design them however you want to. So anyway, my thought was it would be really fun to do an online paper pumpkin group if anyone was interested in doing that, where we do our kits together. So you would subscribe or buy whichever kits. I would create a closed group just for my paper pumpkin people, and we would put them together online. I thought that would be fun. So let me know if you have any interest in doing that. And I've seen sneak peeks of the August kit, and it's very nice. This one is July. You have to subscribe by, I think, the 10th of the month or whatever to get that current month's kit. And I could be wrong about that date, but check it out on my shopping site, www.JannaWilliams, and my first name has 2 N's, .stampinup.net, and you'll see a tab along there that is paper pumpkin, and it will give you all the information you need about that. Okay, let's get back to this. So this one, I have a thought about what I want to do here, and we'll be creating a card. So before I start the sprinkling process and all that, I am going to stamp and emboss on here. I'm going to use the, so this is the stamp set, Daisy Lane, that I'm going to use. And I'm using that ferny kind of leaf. And I'm going to be stamping in Versamark. So I'll ink this up and stamp it, but you won't be able to see it until after I have heat embossed it. So Versamark is kind of like, you can use this ink as like a watermark, or you can use it to heat emboss. If you're not familiar what that is, it's a sticky kind of an ink, so I'll be sprinkling this white powder on it. Embossing ink or embossing powders come in all different kinds of colors, but I'm going to use white today. And then you heat it up and it melts the powder and leaves you a beautiful raised up design. Now, heat embossing does not work with all inks, and that's why I am using this Versamark. It needs to be an ink that stays wet or is a little bit of a thicker, stickier ink to grab a hold of the embossing powder when you sprinkle it on. So pigment inks of some type is really what you want to use, unless you have something specifically that is called an embossing pad, or like this Versamark. And when you are doing this on like this with this watermark ink on light color like this, it's a little bit tricky because even I can't really see where I'm stamping, and I don't really want to overlap my design, but I think it's going to be okay. I'm trying to kind of gauge. Yeah, can't see it. And I think part of that, if I was doing it on a really smooth cardstock, I would be able to see it better. But doing it on this kind of bumpier watercolor paper, it's even harder. But there, now you can see the design. I think it's going to be cool. And really, I should have probably gone over my paper first with what is called an embossing buddy. It's got like a powder in it, and it keeps the, when you wipe it over, it kind of takes the static away from your cardstock, or like if you have finger smudges or something like that. And prepares your paper for putting your ink on it, so that you get the powder where you want it and not where you don't want it. And I just wanted another leaf right up there, and maybe I will do a little tip down here at the bottom. Okay, I think I like that. So let me get this embossing powder back into the jar here. I have had this little embossing tray forever, and so that's why mine is pink. Stampin' Up's is black. But I'm just using what I have. Like I said, I've had this one forever, so it does the job. All right, now then, to make the magic happen, you have to use your embossing tool. I have a pink one, Catherine, and I have the little quieter one, which I probably should have used, except it takes longer to do the embossing because it's not as forceful as like this one is. So I've got like 3 embossing guns. What I started out with embossing, the way I learned, because they didn't have these, ooh, the paper is really hot. They didn't have these back in the day when I learned how to heat emboss, was you put your iron that you iron clothes with upside down into a bread pan, and then you laid your cardstock on top of it. Now what I can say is I don't think embossing works as well on watercolor paper as it does on regular cardstock. And then after the bread pan thing, my husband bought me, sorry for the yelling and all the noise, my husband bought me a paint stripping gun. Did it work? Oh, it worked very well. But it also, those get extremely, extremely hot, as you can imagine. And I wouldn't recommend it. Plus, you'd probably pay a lot more money for a paint stripping tool than you would to just buy a embossing tool. But that worked. And then finally they came out with, and maybe they came out with these at the same time he bought me the paint stripping gun. I don't know. But they finally came out with these embossing guns. So it made life way easier. Now I'm just going to feel this and make sure that there's no powder still. But I'm not sure if you can see that since it's kind of white on white. Alright, now back to the pigment powders. I'm wanting to only use the green and yellow. And do I want to go on wet or do I want to go on dry? I think I want to go on wet. So let me go ahead and spritz this up. And I'm going to do a little bit of yellow first. And it's curling, but that's okay. Then we'll do this pretty granny apple green. So weird because do you see that it looks orange, you guys? Can you see that? Let me show you even on the bottom. It looks orange, but it says right on it, granny apple green. That is just so weird, and it comes flying out and it's green. There's definitely, it definitely looks like orange though when I sprinkle it on. Isn't that so weird? Okay, let's see what we have with that. Oh my. Pretty. What do you think? I think I'm gonna do a little more green, or maybe, no, I'm gonna do a little more green. Oh, that's just so weird. You would swear you were using the wrong color. It looks like I'm sprinkling paprika on it. Weird. Okay. Oops, I just got green on my iPad. Okay, you know what else you can do with these? You can put some, you can sprinkle some into your spritzer, mix it up, and spray color on that way. You can put it in a little reservoir of water, mix it up, and you can watercolor with it. There's just a number of things you can do with these pigment powders. You can put them in a spritzer, I think along with some of the pearly paints that we have in the catalog. Shake them up good and spritz it on for, you know, some soft pearly color. You just have to experiment and play with them, really. Okay. Now I do have to dry this because I'm going to be making a card with it. Okay, now that the water's soaked up on this one, that is the second one that I did. How awesome is that? It's starting to get drier. And I did not, the only thing I dabbed up was a little bit over here because the water was really pooling. That is so gorgeous. Okay. I just want to clean this up and wipe my hands a bit because I'm afraid when I get to make my card and I've got white cardstock that I'm going to end up with not white cardstock, if you know what I mean. Okay. Bear with. I'm working on it. I like that. I am going to have to trim it down just a bit for it to fit on the card. But first of all, I'm going to have to dry it. So again, if this is too noisy, turn your sound down. Okay, I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to move this since we are done playing with that. And I'm going to wipe my hands off one more time before I get started on the card. That was just me, you don't need to bark. I think it turned out pretty though, don't you? It's so much fun to play with. There's that one again. What's this one remind you of? I mean, I don't have a thought in my head about it, but it seems like it reminds me of something. Well, I think this is about as good as I'm going to get, and it's not very good. Okay. So let's see here. I brought some scraps so I can stamp out this, the daisies. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants here because I just had this thought in my head and I did not make a sample card, you guys, so you're just along for the ride here while I make something and it might turn out and it might not. Okay. Does this fit on here? Yes, it does. And I'm thinking that, what color am I going to stamp on here? I'm testing this. We'll see if this is what I want. Oh, that's way too dark. What's the second generation look like? No, that's not really what I had in mind. Nope. Not at all. That was Smoky Slate. Nope. Okay, I think I'm going to have to give up on the idea of that. I could just punch them out white and not even put any color, but I kind of wanted a hint of color. That's definitely not a hint. All right, let's just go ahead and do Daffodil Delight. I don't like that. That's not what I have in my mind. Not what I have in my mind, but I'm gonna get there. I really am. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and go with this color. This is So Saffron. That's kind of pretty. I'm just stamping these because I'm going to be punching them out, and like I said, I don't really have a plan. I think I might have to bring out some more scrap. Okay, let me get the little one going here. Okay. Now you can buy Daisy Lane, the stamp set, and bundle it with this punch, and then you can get the bigger punch separately if you love this set and would like to have it. You save 10% when you get the bundle. And all the bundles are listed under bundles on my shopping page, or if you have the catalog, they are all shown in the front of the catalog, the ones that come in a bundle. or have the option of coming in a bundle. There we go. I love punching out stamps. Okay. There's that. Now for the big one. Sometimes I have to trim my paper to get it lined up just right. Let's see if I can do the first one. This is awkward because I'm using the wrong hand here. Now I can cut that off and see if I can swirl it around better into the punch. There we go. Now let's see here. I want to put some color in the middle of those. Just a little bit of color. Here I go, messing up my pretty box of markers. But like I said, I knew it wasn't gonna stay that way. Okay, I'm thinking this light crumb cake might be just about the right color to darken up the middles a little bit. And then oh, that's not the right color. Yeah, dark crumb cake. I'm really not shaking that much. I'm wanting it to look kind of jaggedy around the edges because the middles are stamped that way. Thanks for joining me today, you guys. I really love having you stamping here with me. Okay, now this feels pretty dry. I'm going to go ahead. I cut these pieces 5.5 by 4 1/4, so I'm just going to trim this off a little. Then I just did a white card, and I'm gonna I pulled out a piece of yellow. So I pulled this from the Brights. So this is actually the Daffodil Delight color. What did I do with my, here it is. There we go. So I need to make sure I've got a lot of adhesive on this, since it is watercolor paper and tends to curl. There's a fuzz on it. That ought to do it. So there you can see there's still some of that orange, how the green powder starts out as that. But I love all the variation in color that you get with those. So fun. Well, I've got a little wider of a border at the top than I do at the bottom. And it's looking kind of crookedy. I don't like that very much. Let's see if I can fix it. Let me see. I don't want to pull it off too much and tear it. I think it's going to be stuck that way. So hopefully nobody too OCD receives this card and says, oh look, the borders aren't even. Handmade. Okay, now that these have had a chance to dry, let me get some glitter. Glitter! Bring my tray back in. And maybe I'll I'll wait till I have them on the cards, and then I will glitter them, because and we need a greeting. No, I don't want that. I think I'm gonna do the maybe I will do friend. There we go. See if I like it with the Granny Apple Green. Okay. I'm getting kind of a mess over here, you guys. So many products. Okay, let me get my scissors. Where are they? Here we go. Because I think I just want to kind of cut it out. There we go. I'm just going to go over that with Wink of Stella. And I realize that you can't see it, but it's it puts a sparkle on. You can see it in person, and it's really pretty. I don't know if you can see that at all, but yeah, it's got sparkle on it. Okay, now let me bring my Stampin' Dimensionals in here. And just trying to decide how I want to stick it all together here. Okay, I think I got my idea. All right, let me glitter up the middles and then I will pop that top layer of petals up. Just making the middles a little bit darker even though you're putting glitter on just kind of makes it more distinguishable that they're the centers of the flowers. Really make some pop. Now then we're going to pull up these top petals. Oh, those backgrounds are so much fun to do. Okay, and let me get my little dimensionals here for the word for friend. Aren't they tiny and cute? Oops. Boy, I am going to have to get in the bathroom and scrub my hands. That is just gross. See if I can fit one more on there. Well, I'm getting this last piece stuck on. Don't forget that it's bonus days this month. So for every $50 you spend, you get a coupon code sent to your email, and you need to save that because then you can spend it next month in August. What do you think? I like-y. I do. I love the background. I like it. That was so much fun. Okay, there's our card with that background, and that was heat embossing before you do the pigment powders. This one I put the powders on dry and then spritzed, and then let's see how the other one's doing. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So this one I wet the paper first and then put the powders on. Beautiful. Yeah, so bonus days, and if by chance you're thinking of signing up, or let's just say you want several products and it costs you $100, why not just go ahead and sign up to be a demonstrator, because there's no obligation. Hey Jan, $99 gets you $155 in product, you guys, for this month and next month. So you can do this in July and August. So for $99, you can pick out anything you want. You get $155 worth of product, plus you get a coupon to spend the next month. So if you signed up this month, you'd get a $10 coupon to spend in August, or if you sign up in August, you get a $10 coupon to spend in September. Then if you want to turn it into a business, you can. If you just want to be a hobbyist and get your discount on your products because you love stamping or paper crafting or whatever it is you like to do with all this yummy goodness of product, you get your discount. Like I said, there's no obligation. If you don't meet the quarterly minimum, which is $300, that's retail cost. Okay, so basically $100 a month, but still that's retail, not what your cost would be with your discount. You just simply, it just ends. There's no pressure, certainly no pressure from me if you sign up under me. I'm not that kind of person. So zero pressure. Stick with it for as long as you want to get that discount. Turn it into a business if you want. Have a couple of friends order from you, and hey, then you easily make that discount. You know, share the discount with them if you want. It's super easy, but why not get $155 and only spend $99 to get $155 worth of product? Just saying. It's a great time to sign up or to get a kit. And it's super simple. All you have to do is go to my Shiny shopping site, and there's the link right on there that walks you through it. If you need any help with anything at all, products, ordering, how to make something, just send me a message. If you make something, if you try something that I've done, I'd love to see it. Post it to my page. I would love that. Thanks for hanging out with me today, you guys. I will try to be back on Tuesday with a Stamp Your Stash video. In the meantime, have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you again soon. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.